Hello, and welcome to Sunday Thoughts, a podcast where I talk about what's on my mind. Welcome to the first episode, boys. This is new. This is different. This is exciting. I'm excited. Are you? Good. Hi, everyone. You're probably wondering to yourself, Ed, what the heck are you doing? And the answer I have for you is, I don't really know yet. I'm trying this out. I want to see how this is gonna go. Okay, so listen, right? Let me just paint you a picture here, okay? So I bought a Bluetooth speaker about a week and a half ago, okay? Since then, I've been using it to listen to about 5 different podcasts, not simultaneously, but back to back, and it has just been slowly building into this big glob of inspiration that has finally exploded, and all the splatter got all over my computer and all over my monitors and all on my brain, and it just got everywhere, and it was just so bad. I mean, it wasn't really bad because it's inspiration, so it took a while to clean up. But after I cleaned it up, I said, you know what? I don't think I want to throw this away. So this is the manifestation of that inspiration explosion residue that I cleaned up off of my equipment, and now we're here. So after that weird analogy, welcome to Sunday Thoughts. Okay, this is hopefully going to be a weekly, bi-weekly, I don't know. I just want it to be a series, and I want to bring Sunday Thoughts back because initially, for those of you who don't know, Sunday Thoughts started out as this Sunday Thoughts, right? It came in a package deal, okay? It came with Saturday Shorties. Shouts out to everybody who remembers Saturday Shorties, something that only stuck around for one episode and never came back. I mean, listen, for what it's worth, I feel as though that if I really wanted to, I hate when I say things like this, because I sound so fucking arrogant. Like, if I really wanted to, I could bring the series back. Well, no, I mean, truthfully, I could actually look at a couple games that I want to download, because I know the style of the series that I want to do it in. You know what I mean? So I want to. If I really wanted to, I could slowly start formulating a list of games I wanted to play, and scheduling out how I wanted to do them, and I could throw Sunday Thoughts back in the mix as well, and I could do that, and I wouldn't mind it. But I don't want to jump into the deep end so fast. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to, let me take my shoes off, okay? Let me take my socks off, let me change, let me get into my swimming trunks, okay? Let me look at the pool. All right, cool, great, deep end's over there. Let me just get into the nice shallow end first, and then slowly make my way over to the deep end. You know what I mean? By the way, now that we're on the topic of pools, I don't want to say recently, a couple weeks ago, I went to a pool party with Tendo, and man, can I just say, I forgot how to swim. And I don't mean I know for me, I'm sure it's for everyone else. If you learned how to swim at a young age, right? And you haven't swam in over 10 years, and then you go back to a pool, a piece of you is oh, I remember how to do this, but I didn't do it well. You know what I mean? Also, I was stupid drunk. Dean, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I was just all over it was such a wild night. That night was so fucking wild, man. It was the worst, because I was such a fucking terrible guest. I was so bad. It was awful. We went there. I didn't know what to expect. They were do you want to get in the pool? And then I was like, sure. Meanwhile, this is after we downed tequila, and I almost fucking died. I almost fucking died. If you know who I am, and you know how fucking miniature I am, okay? At least 2 tequila shots will kill me, okay? So I had that. I almost fucking collapsed. And then they were all right, let's get in the pool. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So, obviously I wasn't prepared to go to a pool party. You know what I mean? On the way there, no. on the way there, he was basically like, yeah, we're going to go meet my friend, or our friend, basically. So I was like, all right, cool. And then when we got there, I was like, oh, it's a pool party, cool. And he was like, do you want to get in the pool? And I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm here. So he was like, he was talking to somebody who was like, go get him some trunks. And we went up there, went to the house, gave us some pants, put the pants on, and found out they were too big. I don't know why. I'm such a fucking, like, I will just let anyone just like, listen. So I got the pants were too big. Why didn't I say anything initially? I don't know why I didn't say anything initially about the whole endeavor. But I knew the pants were too, no. I said it to Tenda. I was like, the pants are too big. And I forget what happened, but nothing came of it. I was just like, oh, the pants are too big. And I just walked outside with the pants, holding them up, looking like a fucking goober the whole time. Like, half drunk, getting more drunk because the tequila's still hitting me. And, oh my God, man, I looked like a fucking fool I looked like a clown. I looked like a guy, like, I looked like I fucking walked in. Like, I looked like I'd walked into the house, put on some goddamn makeup, and slapped a big fucking nose and a big wig on. And I came outside like, hey, everybody, look at my pants that are 3 sizes too big. Don't I look like a fucking show? And they were just, and the dude, our friend was like, yeah, get him pants that fit. I forget what happened, but I think I did end up finding pants that fit. And then I didn't even get in the pool. I didn't even get in the pool until, like, I got goated in, is it goated? Whatever. Tendo was like, just get in the pool, and I was like, all right, fine. Like, oh my Lord, man, it was just the worst. And I didn't know what to do. I was like, slightly, I was like, slightly uncomfortable, but not in the sense of like, oh, I don't want to be here, but it's just like I made myself look like a dumbass, like a grade A dumbass the whole time. So I was just like, let's just get in the pool, and I swam around for a bit, and I got in the deep end, and I was just like, oh boy, I forget how to swim. I don't know how to swim. I started treading water. I looked like a dog who was desperately trying not to drown, but like I was trying to, like, part of me was like, oh fuck, if I don't tread water, I'm gonna sink. I'm gonna sink, and I can't sink now because I'm going to die. So I was like, I'm just gonna tread water. I was like, you know what, this is not going well, so let's just go back into the shower. And then eventually I just got out of the pool, but I didn't get all the way out of the pool. I just sat down. So that's the story of how I went to a pool party with my friend and looked like a complete fucking imbecile the whole time. I might be overthinking it, but regardless. Listen, okay? That whole endeavor was just the worst. And it didn't help because, listen, right? So the problem with my mentality, okay? We're going to get onto the show. I promise. But you always got to have a starting segment to warm yourself up. That's what I've learned about podcasts. You need a warm-up segment. This is it right here, okay? So I'm going to get back to the story, right? Listen. I got out of the pool. I sat down on the pool. You know what I'm saying? I was chilling out. We were having a nice time. It was great. I enjoyed myself. It was fine. But in the back of my mind, I was like, what was it? Because Tenda was like, I got work. I know that much. That's why I brought that up. Because Tenda was like, I got work in the morning, you know? So I looked over at Tenda. I was like, maybe we should go home. In my head, I'm like, perfect. I'm being responsible. Let's go home. And let's just go home. We'll chill out. And then, after that, I'll head home. Because I think I drove to his house and then we went to his friend's house. So I was like, let's go home because I know you have work in the morning and I don't want you staying out too late. Plus, we're already fucking lit. So let's just go home, ride this out, you know, because we got to take the highway. Like, let's just vibe out to some music while we're doing it. And then let's just do our thing. But to him, it was like I had been dragged to some random guy's house and got like pressured into jumping into a pool that I didn't want to get into. And then I got into the pool, I did the minimum of swimming around and then got out and then went, okay, can we go now? And that's what that looked like. That's what that felt like. And I even mentioned it. I was like, man, I hated it because I said, and I was like, man, I probably look like a fucking idiot. And Tana was just like, yeah. And I was like, shit. I mean, it was just, man, boys. Oh my God. Listen. That tells you, can I just say, that really fucking tells you a lot about me. But listen, my intentions were good. Can I just say right now, can I just preface this by saying my intentions were good? I was just trying to get Tendo home because I knew he had work in the morning, and I was like, I don't want you to just be out too late because I know how tired you are. I know how tired you get, and I know, that you're probably tired now because Tendo's just tired 24/7 because this guy just works as hard as he possibly can. Shouts out to him, by the way, because that dude he kicks life's ass, bro. Like, holy moly. But anyway, I know he was tired, so I was like, I don't want him to go to. First of all, I don't want him to sleep in. I was just trying to look out for him, but it came off as me just being selfish the whole time, or maybe it didn't. I don't know. But regardless, that's the story. Anyway, back to the actual show. This is, if you didn't catch the intro, which I'm probably sure you have, I want to talk about a bunch of different things that are on my mind. Hence, Sunday thoughts, and because there's a lot of things that I think about, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of things that I think about in, like, I don't want to say in, like, great detail, but it really, like, there's a lot of things that I really, like, sit down and I really try and process. And there's some of the stuff that I thought of, I have today. And the first thing was school, right? Now, I am currently enrolled in school. I'm taking online classes right now. And this is such a process to go through, because holy moly, for those of you who are in school and who are just, like, doing your damn thing, and you're just, like, you're knocking it out of the park, and you're maintaining your grades, and you're catching up with friends, and you've even got a job. If you are able to balance school and work, you're not human. That's all I'm saying. You are inhuman. One of them has to be part-time, okay? Because if you're about to say, oh, Ed, I balance, school and work full-time for both easily, and I've got 8 children. 9, but, the point, I'm just saying, like, that is remarkable, because holy moly, like, just trying to get through, me personally, I'm just trying so hard to just, like, finally get everything back on track, and today, not today, but, like, finally everything is slowly starting to come back into place, Like, I finally got a job. I was able to enroll in my fall classes this year, and I did pretty well in my last classes last semester, you know what I mean? And I'm starting to take more classes that I want to take, and not classes. I mean, I know that there's, like, requirements, but come on, man, like, fuck math. Can I just say, fuck math? Like, math can, like, just go somewhere else. I fucking hate math. I hate decimals. I hate percentages. I hate fractions. I hate integers. I hate division. Okay? I hate dividing fractions. I hate word problems. Like, I hate it. I don't want to deal with math. I just want to deal with, like, psychology and some political classes that I know that I have to take. And what else? I mean, it's not right in front of me, so I'm not going to remember all the classes. But, like, can I just take everything but math? I took a fucking astronomy class back in, like, my sophomore year of college. I fucking love that class. I wish I could take it. Man, I forgot about that. I genuinely enjoyed that class, too. There's only, like, a certain amount of classes that I genuinely remember. And the most classes that I do actually remember are my psychology classes. And there was one class that I took that I do actually remember, which was my English class. And the only reason why I remember it is because his PowerPoints were so fucking, like, beautiful. Like, oh my God. Like, I love PowerPoints where it isn't just fucking mush. All right? It isn't just mush. It's just, here's the topic. Here's some bullets relating to the topic. And he also did that thing that some teachers like to do where it's like, you don't have to take notes. Just whatever you feel as though you need to take down, just take it down. And he was that type of teacher, He was great. I loved him. Shouts out. I don't fucking remember his name. Oh my God. To be honest with you, I haven't set foot on campus in, like, 2-3 years. I've just been no, that's a lie. Like a year or 2, because I've started taking online classes recently. And just, like, everything else that's been going on, boys, oh my God, just everything else that's been happening. I've just been trying, like, again, I've been trying to like balance everything out, but man, like those were good. I liked my astronomy class because I was actually interested in that. I liked my psychology class because I was actually interested in that. I liked my English class. Talking's hard. I liked my English class because the way the layout was and everything, and it was just. It was so much easier to process because like, I know I can see what I need to get down right there. I don't have to worry about like, oh, is that important? Is that important? Is that going to be on the test? No. I just write that down. I think this is around the time when I had my fuck, man. How many laptops have I gone through? I think I've gone through at least 4 or 5. At least 4. Because I had a couple laptops. Because I remember like my first laptop was like a fat one. It was one of those fat laptops. One of those big ass laptops that are basically like just a miniature. That's what a laptop is, Ed. It's a miniature desktop. You're a fucking... Never mind. And then the next laptop I got a Lenovo. And that was one of those laptops that can like, fold. And I was like, ooh, look at this. And at that point, when I got the Lenovo, I was like, oh, I wonder how many games I can download on this thing. And then I got smacked with the harsh reality that, hey, Ed, yeah, it's not that type of laptop, boss, man. It's kind of small. Like, there's a reason why it's fucking pencil thin, because the fucking, the processor isn't really all that. It's not really like a computer, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a PC, so it isn't that type of thing. So... I just downloaded a bunch of like throwaway games, but I did end up downloading this one drawing app that I ended up buying. Listen, I'm not somebody who buys apps. This has nothing to do with... No, it doesn't. Shut up. I'm not somebody who buys apps. So just know that if I do end up buying an app one day, like that means that app is like crucial to me. So I bought a Sketchable app. I like how like I bought that's the name of the app, by the way. I bought a drawing app. It's called Sketchable. Shouts out to anybody who has Sketchable. I bought that, started using that. I still use it to this day. I have a drawing tablet. I just don't have the wire for it. I still have to get that. It's on this PC now. Actually, I just actually have to start using it. I did use it actually. Never mind, because I did my whole drawing with Ed segment. I want to bring that back. But anyway. I don't buy any school apps because those motherfuckers, I mean, personally, I don't really see the need to buy any school apps, you know what I mean? I just, in my mind, I'm like, well, I could just fucking Google whatever I need to Google, you know what I mean? And even the apps, because I know, let me see, hold on, I'm getting my phone out right now for the listeners. What just happened? Oh, never mind. So I'm getting my phone out right now. I'm scrolling over to the apps. I have Socratic. I have Symbolab, and I had Photomath. Photomath is a goddamn lifesaver. I love Photomath. Listen, okay, can I just say, so listen, these are the 3 school apps that I bought. All 3 of them were for the math class. I'm not even joking. All 3 of these fucking apps that I got were for one math class. Because... like, Photomath could only do so many math problems. Symbolab could only do so many math problems. And Socratic could only do so many math problems. So when one app wouldn't work, I would fucking desperately scramble to the other one. And when all of them wouldn't work, I'd be like, well, fuck it, I don't know. Because, listen, the one thing that I fucking hate about, like, school is that there's times where it really just makes you feel kind of dumb. Is that just me? Can I say that? I feel like I'm allowed to say that. It kind of makes me feel stupid. A little bit. Especially math. Because when there's like shit there that I feel like part of me should know and I look it up. Because like, listen, I'm that type of person who will put in 2 plus fucking 2 on Google just to make sure. Because I'm so fucking terrified of getting something wrong on a goddamn math problem. Because math is one thing that I can't do it. I can't. Like, my brain is like, I can't figure it out. And my mom was the same way too. Like, we would talk about this all the time where she was just like, yeah, I don't blame you. I could never figure out math. Like, my sister had to help me out with that, it's just like, ay. So maybe that's why I'm not good at math. I don't know. Stinking mom. Sorry, I was looking out the window. But, yeah, like math, man. I hate math. And I hate it isn't even math per se. I think it's just like, how can I put this? I just don't like how I'm not the best at trying to articulate what I'm trying to answer. That doesn't make any sense. It's hard to solve problems. It's hard to solve math problems. It's hard to answer questions that you don't particularly know how to answer properly. There we go. I don't want to answer the question improperly. Like, I don't want to give a stupid answer. That's the thing. I'm not afraid. I'd rather not give a stupid answer. You know what I'm saying? So, that's my whole thing. Which is why I'm so, like, apprehensive when it comes to certain answers about certain questions. You know what I mean? So I try my best to make sure that I have the best answer that I can formulate with my noodle so that I don't look like a complete yahoo. But other than that, back to the whole, some of the classes that I remember. Some of the classes that I don't remember are classes where it's just like, classes I just don't give a shit about, or it's classes where it's just like, it's classes where it's just like, oh, sorry. Have you ever, like, gone into a classroom and, like, you just have that one teacher who you're just like, oh, my lord. Like, some of you right now probably just thought of, like, a teacher's name right off the bat. Because there was this one teacher I had. Last year? It was last year. It was, oh my god, what was it? I think it was a political science class. I know that much. I think it was like a finance class or something like that. But I went in, and the teacher had a PowerPoint, which is great. But the thing about it was like he had like a packet, that had all the slides on it, basically. Well, no, because he was one of those old-fashioned teachers. He doesn't use a blackboard. You know, he isn't the type of person who wants any type of, like, digital copy of the assignment. I think, no. Did he use, I can't remember. But he wasn't someone who used a lot of, like, he wasn't someone who was, like, digital savvy or tech savvy, you know what I mean? He was just someone who knew how to use PowerPoint. That was about it. And Blackboard, because obviously he had to use it because it was like, you know, the school requirement and shit like that. But, you know, obviously he was, because he wouldn't allow laptops, which was just fucking, that's like, the thing is though, it's like, hilariously, I can understand why, because every now and again I would come into class and I would just see somebody watching like NBA highlights, or like, you know, they'd just be browsing Amazon, or sometimes people were on Twitch, which was also me. But, so I understand, but if you're like me, you use your laptop for notes. Like, my handwriting is fucking abysmal. I am so, like, me and Tendo, talked about this a while back when he was like, always have a notebook. Like, always write your stuff down. And I was like, I hear you. Okay, but first of all, I don't like writing anything down because I just don't like, it's just not as organized. If that makes any sense. Like, I love using Google Docs or, Word, that sort of stuff, because I want to, like, formulate it I want it to look a certain way, and I can't do that when I write it down. Also, I don't want any smudge marks, I don't want any pen marks, I don't want any, like, scribbles or anything like that. Like, I'll write something down if I have to, but if I had the choice, I would definitely type something out. So that's why I use my laptop. For classes and everything like that. But unfortunately he was like, don't use your laptop and everything. So immediately my brain, listen, and this has nothing to do with his class. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, his class was like what, fucking 5 hours long, I think, right? It was like 5 to 10:30. We would get out there at like 9 o'clock, and like at one point, like, the fucking class went on to like 10 o'clock. I was like, God almighty, just take me now. Over dramatic much. But, yeah, the class, like, damn well I was gonna fucking tune out, man. Like, come on. That class was so fucking long and boring. Like, of course I was gonna tune out, man. I barely fucking knew what we were talking about at the time. Can you blame me, man? Listen, I better not get it. Oh, you should pay attention to school. Yeah, I fucking know that already. I know that. But it's not it is my fault. But I can't help it. Like, my brain, I'm gonna go off on a different tangent. Like, I'm gonna be like, man, I wonder what it would be like if I could fly right now. Or, man, what would happen if, like, instead of it raining, like, all the water droplets, right, that come from the clouds just fell all at once. You know what I mean? And I'll start manifesting scenarios in my head like, oh, what would happen if a tornado hit? I don't know. Like, what would I do? Where would I go? Could I open that window behind me? Like, I would just do that. And then I would come back and would be like, oh, he's like 3 slides down. But it's okay because I've got this fucking thick-ass packet next to me where I could probably die, come back to life, look at the slide, and then find it. So, I mean, that was kind of a plus. But that was kind of, the problem with that was like, you didn't have to pay attention. You didn't have to pay attention, just look at the slide. Does the slide resemble what he's talking about? All right, great. There was no like, oh, I don't need to catch up. I don't need to like look at the slide and see what he's talking about. It's right here. And man. But there were some of the classes I would go in where like, it would just be, there'd be no laptops. It'd be the PowerPoints where it'd just be a fucking like shit ton of words and you wanted to take notes, but you just didn't know what notes to take, and you never really specified what was important. And you knew that some of this was probably going to be on the midterm, and in your back of your mind, you were like, fuck, like I can't memorize all that, and I'm not writing fast enough, and I don't know what's good and what's bad, that sort of thing. And that was that was definitely a factor for a lot of my classes. I read a lot about like wild things that happen in college where like teachers are just like, yeah, no class today. Yo, that just reminded me about this one art teacher that I had where like, oh my god, this one art teacher and this one computer teacher that I had. And this one art teacher was basically, oh yeah, this one art teacher, because the schedule that we initially had was like 9 a.m. to like, oh my god, 9 a.m. to like noon, I think? I can't remember. It was like 10:30 to like 1, I think. Yeah, it was like 10:30 to like 1. And then like 2 weeks down the line, I think this was like what, like a 7-week course or something like that? It was like, or no, I think it was a 15. No, it was a 7-week because I found out when I first got there. Fuck, I hated that. Never mind. But like 2 weeks down the line, right? He came in, it was just like, I forget what happened. It was like either we emailed, oh my god, that reminds me too. He emailed us one day, I think. It was either this or something else, but he emailed us with like, yeah, class isn't going to start at 10:30 anymore. It's going to start at noon. And I was like, oh, all right. So it was either he emailed us or we just came in one day and he was like, yeah, so this is the last time we're going to meet in the morning. We're just going to start meeting in the afternoon now. And I was like, and everybody was just like, all right. So it was that, right? And then it was my computer teacher who like would just change up the schedule on the fly. Like it was the wildest shit in the world. Like I don't remember exactly what she did, but I remember the most notable thing, right, was when like we'd go through the whole semester. I think it was like a 15-week course. I think this was a 7-week course, but regardless, we went through the whole course, right? And then I think it was like 2 weeks before the class ended, or 1 week before the class ended. She was just like, yeah, you guys have been doing really good. Everything's been going well. The grades are fine. You all seem like you're learning the material and stuff like that. And then she was like, all right, let's just go through the assignment. And then we went through the whole assignment, you know what I'm saying? We followed the step-by-step process and everything. We looked through the book. And then when we were done, she was like, all right, great. Everybody did a really good job. By the way, that was the final. You all passed. You're great. This is the last class. We don't have to meet anymore. And everyone was just like, huh? It was like, oh, yay? I was just like, what the fuck? Wait, what? Hold on, wait a minute. What about like, never mind, forget it. I was just like, whatever, sure. I mean, less gas money I have to spend, so it doesn't really matter to me. This also reminds me of that one class that I had. Fucking hell, man, I hated this. Has anyone ever, like, so once upon a time, right, I took this one class. Fucking hell, I forget what it was called, but it was like it was another like computer lab based class that I had to take. I know it wasn't a political science class. I think this was like a financial class, I think it was. And I signed up for it and everything like that. And normally, some of the teachers, sometimes when the class is about to get started, like when the semester's about to start, they'll email you on Blackboard. They'll do like a little group email thing to be like, hey, class is going to start. Make sure you have this, make sure you have that, get all this stuff ready and everything like that. And I remember at one point, I checked it. I can't remember. Because listen, leave me alone. A lot's been going on in the last few months, and this happened a while ago. But I remember checking it, and the first red flag was the fucking the group message was like 2 years old. So I was like, oh no, So at that point, I was like, oh, fucking great. Okay, we got one of these teachers. And the day of the class, right, I rolled up there. And meanwhile, this was like around like, what, like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock? Rolled up there, walked up to the classroom, and the lights were off. And I was like, oh, okay. That's a bit weird. I feel like the teacher should be here already, I guess. But I was like, the teacher should be here already. I guess that's kind of weird, but whatever. Sometimes they run late. Maybe they got traffic. Sat down, you know what I'm saying? Didn't just twiddle my thumbs a little bit, and then more people started showing up. But like the weird thing was, so like more people showed up, right? And then we waited, and then we started realizing, hey, the teacher isn't here. And so we asked the lady at the desk, was like, is the teacher supposed to be coming? And oh my god, I can't remember what she said, but it was basically like, yeah, the teacher should be there, or I think I don't know why the teacher isn't there now. It was kind of weird, but I rolled up there, and then like 2 more people showed up, and then that was it. And I was like, oh, I feel like there should be more people. Me personally, I'm not going to complain when the capacity of students is very small, because I'm like, that's fantastic, because I feel like to a certain extent the teacher's going to be a little bit more lenient, because like, well, there's not really that many of you in here, so there's not really much I can do, so that's basically what happened. Rolled up there, teacher wasn't there, like the teacher never showed up at all. Like we rolled up and we waited, we asked what was going on, and nothing really happened. The teacher just never got there, so we left. I was fucking fuming because I drove all the way up there and had to drive all the way back, okay? It happened again. Next week, it happened again. And at this point, I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, I'm paying money to come to this dumbass class, and the teacher still isn't here. And I'm wasting gas driving all the way up here. Like, I have to cancel streams and shit like that, because this fucking teacher is making us come up here and then not being here, which was just fucking like, it was so fucking annoying. And I was just like, I don't know what's going on. So it happened again. Then I went home. And then the third week, I was like, if this fucking teacher doesn't show up again, I'm dropping this class. And lo and behold, the teacher finally showed up. And I don't remember her explaining herself. I think it was just like, no, she was out of town. Listen, I'm going to fucking put you on blast, but I'm not going to fucking out you or anything like that, but she was out of town, and I was just like, why the fuck would you go out of town if you know you had a class to teach? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I was just like, whatever. I mean, I don't even fucking care. Like I was just so annoying. Like, some of the students were like coming all the way from like New York and like Washington D.C. I was like, you're really wasting everybody's time right now. Like, don't do that, you fucking yahoo. Like, what's wrong with you? Jeez Louise. But man, school is so weird. Teachers are weird. I'd rather just have like a teacher where they're just like, yeah, listen, like I'm not gonna like, yank your chain or beat around the bush or anything. Like, I'm gonna make this as simple as I can for you, just so you don't have to worry about anything. Like, I'm gonna put all the assignments on Blackboard. Like, if an assignment's late, as long as you have a good reason, you know what I mean, everything's fine. Like, those type of teachers, I'm totally cool with that. I mean, other than all the nonsense that I just spoke about with math and like some of the teachers being weird and some of the classes just not happening, listen, I'm not really going to complain about school. I've come this far. Obviously, I'm not going to back out now. It would be fucking pointless, you know what I'm saying? I put all this time and effort in. If you're in school right now and you're not really thinking it's for you, if you're like 2 years in, get your associates, get out of there. If you're like 1 year in, really sit down and think about it. And if you really don't want to be in it, leave if you want to. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just offering recommendations, okay? Don't listen to me. I'm not your dad, okay? Ed told me to drop out of college, and now I'm unemployed and broke. No, don't do that, you fucking idiot. Actually have a foundation if you're going to back out of school. If you're really going to do it, actually have a reason and a foundation for if and or when it happened. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically, my whole thoughts on school. You know what I mean? So now that we've finally gotten out of those neck of the woods, now I want to get into work, okay? I want to get into the nitty gritty, all right, about earning your fucking paycheck at the end of the week and having like sore feet and a sore back and your legs are killing you and you're just fucking sick and tired of the customer coming in and saying, my order was wrong, or I would like to return this product even though I don't have a receipt, but I still expect you to give me 100% hospitality even though I'm being an absolute dickhead to you. It's like, all right, old timer, just give me the fucking product, take your money and get out. And I hate the people that... Have you ever been at work, right? This is just Ed complains about work hour, okay? Hopefully everybody's strapped in. You ever been, like, just been at work, right? And a customer comes in and they're really unruly and you're just like, sir, you can... And you're like the customer's just really unruly and you're just sort of dealing with them and like you obviously, it hasn't ended off pretty well and they're just like, oh, you just lost a customer. Have you ever had a customer say that to you? I can't express how much listen. I hope if you're listening right now and you're one of those fuckwits that says, oh, you just lost a customer. I hope that you have the fucking wherewithal to notice how much of a shit I don't give whenever somebody says that. Holy fuck, walk away. I don't care. I wouldn't fucking care if you just popped out of existence. You just lost a customer? Oh my god, whatever shall I do? I just lost a fucking unruly, immature dickhead of a customer. Oh no. How will I ever fucking go on now? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I hate when customers used to say that. Jeez Louise. But anyway, work. Holy moly. I finally got myself a job, boys. I can't believe it. This shit took so goddamn long. The more like I don't have to fucking deal with emails anymore being like, we appreciate your interest in this position. But no, that basically what's been going on recently is just a lot of like, hey, you want to apply for this job? Yeah. You look like you have the experience and everything like that. Come in for an interview. All right, cool. So, we just got done with the interview and everything. Okay, that's great. So, I want to ask about a second interview, but I'm probably not going to. And they're like, oh, we understand. We weren't going to give you one anyway. It's like, oh. It's like, oh, all right, great. I just fucking drove all the way up here and made myself look like a fucking 50-year-old man for no reason. I just rocked up in my fucking oversized plaid shirt, my khaki pants for no goddamn reason. You know what I mean? Ay. So that's been going on, and it's been great, and I've just been so happy about it. It's been it's been wunderbar. But now I finally got myself a solidified area. And I don't have to, for now, I'm kind of just going to sit here and, start stacking my bread again and, just go from there, really. But I remember back when I first got my job. Can I just say, I remember when I got my first job, it was a job at Pizza Hut, and I came in, and I looked like a fucking mess. I looked like a 68-year-old man had gone back in time, but kept his clothes on. So I was dressed like I walked out of a fucking old folks home. Like, I had my khaki pants on, and I remember I had like a cardigan, not a cardigan, like a jacket, but not like a suit jacket, like a nice pullover or something like that, just to go with the outfit that I had to make myself look nice. And I was gonna be a fucking delivery driver for Pizza Hut. I made myself look like a goddamn schmuck for a pizza delivery position. But it was my first job. I was 17. I didn't fucking know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. Like, can you imagine 17-year-old me rocking up to the fucking Pizza Hut around the corner, just hoping that these guys are going to hire me? I'm surprised they did, to be fairly honest. That was a wild time. I'm going to be a delivery driver again, actually. So, we came full circle. Congratulations. But yeah, that was the first job that I had. I worked at Pizza Hut, and for the time that I worked there, it was alright. It wasn't the worst. The only thing I fucking hated was prep cooking. I hated that. I hated doing like line prep? But basically like prepping the pizzas and, prepping like some of the food and stuff for the orders and everything like that. I hated doing that. That was the only thing. I do remember one time they told me to go out and sweep the parking lot. And it wasn't that I didn't want to do it. I was just like, where do I start? Like, this park, it's not that big. It's a pretty sizable, it's not like a fucking Walmart parking lot, but it's kind of like, it's a pretty, like, sizable parking lot. Scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 4. You know what I mean? I was just like, part of me was just like, I don't know what to sweep and what not to sweep. Like, it's the outside. It's an outside parking lot. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I'm literally standing, like, 5 feet away from a fucking tree. Like, more leaves are going to come down and come into this parking lot. I don't know what you want me to pick up. Like, I didn't know what to pick up and what to leave. I did find a pair of headphones that worked. And I kept them for a little bit. And yes, I cleaned them. God, shut up. Jesus. I didn't just fucking pick some random goddamn headphones off the street and just go, mine now, and shoved them in my fucking listening holes, alright? I actually cleaned them off. I made sure that they worked and everything, and I kept them for a little bit. So, you know, if you ended up losing a pair of headphones in a Pizza Hut parking lot one night and were like, fuck, I should probably go back and get them, you're shit out of luck, pal. But, yeah, I did that, and it was alright. It wasn't really that bad. I remember okay, so listen, right, you have to remember, this is my first job, okay? So I remember, I did the, call. Like, somebody called in and was like, yeah, I want to order a pizza and everything like that. And I was like, alright. I took down the order and everything like that, and I did the thing, okay? In my head, I was like, oh, I've seen this on TV. Which is not how you want to go about anything. Oh, I saw this on TV. So, they were, got the order down and everything like that, and I was like, all right, cool, great. We'll have it to you in 30 minutes or less. And in my head, I was like, fantastic, perfect, all pizza places say that. And she was like, what? I was like, and I didn't say anything because I was like, that's weird? What are you talking about? 30 minutes, all pizza places say that. What are you talking about? And, like, she just took the one girl who's training me just took the phone, and she's like, yeah, it's going to be there shortly. And she just hung up. And she's like, yeah, don't say that. I was like, what? Why? It's a pizza place. That's literally 30 minutes or less, or it's free. That's the policy. And I'd forget it. I was just like, yeah, it's going to be there shortly. So, yeah, I was like, yeah, I should probably not say that. Oh, boy, man. Yeah, it was so weird. I was such a fucking yahoo when I was younger. Then I worked at TGI Fridays. And that was a fucking, oh, my God. That was what, like, molded me to be the fucking machine that I am now, because I would go in at 2 and I wouldn't get out until like 1. Like, I would go in at like noon sometimes and not get out until like midnight. Like, oh my God, man, those shifts there were terrible. The weird thing is that my manager would just send me home at random points of the day. No, well, that's not really true. Because, my manager was like really cool. Shouts out to Eddie, man. I fucking love that guy. But my manager, he, I don't know if I should be putting these people on blast. Hopefully nobody's gonna, like, go look for them or anything, like steal like their shoes or something, regardless anyway. But there were like a couple times where like it would be busy and nothing would be going on, because I filled in for a busser there. I used to be a host, and then so I was a host, right? And I don't know how the fuck this happened. I don't know how this happened, but at some point I picked up a bus stop and just started cleaning tables. As a host, okay, wasn't my job position. There was already a busser, okay, in the building. He was already doing his job, but clearly wasn't doing well. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Don't fire shots like that, Ed. You're gonna get in trouble. But it was a busser. There was already a busser there, and for some reason I had to pick up a bus stop and just started cleaning off tables. And eventually, I kept doing it to the point where they were just like, do you just want to be a busser full time? And I was just like, okay. And I just was a busser. So then I just started, being a busser, basically, as you do when you get that position. And it just resulted in sometimes when it was just like a slow night, my manager would just come up to me and be like, do you just want to go home? And that kind of threw me for a loop sometimes, because okay, sure, I'll why not? I mean, nothing's really going on. And I mean, looking back on it now, I was a fucking idiot to do that, because I could have made a lot more fucking money at that place if I had actually stayed. But I was so goddamn stupid when I was younger. Jeez. But yeah, I was filled in as ended up being a busser. I got sent home a lot, but nothing bad. It was just like, nothing's really going on. Like, just go home. But I do remember one point where I came in. Looking back on this, I'm fucking stupid, man. But I came in. Meanwhile, right, I was scheduled in at 6, and it was around like 7:15. And manager came over and he's like, "Oh, how you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm all right. Back's hurting a little bit. Back's a little bit sore because of like some shit I was doing before I got here." was like something I did like yesterday or something like that. And he was like, oh, okay, do you want to go home? And I was like, okay. I mean, I don't listen. I don't know why I said okay. I genuinely don't fucking know why. But I was like, sure? Yeah, okay. I don't know. That was literally, I just answered the question. He asked me a question. I just wanted to answer it. I guess I was just trying to be like nice because he's like, well, he asked me. He asked me. I guess I couldn't say no. I don't know. So that's what I did. I was like, okay, sure, I'll just go home. Yeah, his excuse was also like, it's not really that busy. Like, so it's fine. I'll send you home. It's not going to be any skin off my nose. And then at one point, the other manager was there. Was like, yeah, stop doing that. Like, stop sending him home early because we get like night pops sometimes. Because, oh my God, man, I used to hate that about TGI Fridays, man. I used to hate the fucking night pop. It was so bad, man. It would just happen at like, the shit would happen at like 11:45 when everybody was like coming down from like the hard day's work. Like, everybody now just wanted to go home, and everybody's starting to get irritable because it was late and everybody was tired, and like all the customers who were coming in were just asshats because they were all like high and drunk, and they were like skipping out in the bill, and some of them were like stumbling out of the building. Like, I just fucking hated it there, man. Like, after like 11:45, man, that place turned into a fucking like, it was just a zoo. It was just a bunch of shit all over the place, man. It was just the worst. But yeah, that was my time at TGI Fridays. And then I went to Famous Dave's, which was literally like right next door to it, which was probably one of the best jobs I ever worked at because I met like so many fucking people. Shouts out to, I mean, should I shout them out? I don't know. There's a part of me that says I shouldn't, so I'm not going to. I met a lot of people there. Shouts out to everybody that I met there. I fucking love all of you. You're all amazing. One of the people that I can shout out, because he's on my channel, is Ryan. Man, I haven't talked to him in a long time, man. I hope he's still doing well. I think he is actually doing well, so, you know, good for him. But yeah, the dude who I used to do R&R in the car with, he's the guy I met him at Famous Dave's. And how R&R in the car started was I would drive him to and from work all the time, and we would just have these conversations. And I don't know how it started, but it was just like, the thing is, right, is he was someone who was exactly like me, right, where we just had these like bursts of ideas like all the time, and none of them, like half of them were like terrible, but like we would always build off of our ideas. We would always be like, what about this idea? And instead of being like, no, I don't like that one, what about this one? We would just be like, that's good, but what if we did it like this? And I'd be like, oh, that's good, and what if we did this? And we just like, it was just like a fucking ladder, you know what I mean? Like, we just kept like climbing up and up and up, and that's how R&R in the car started and everything. And we did that for a time, and then yeah, we ended up just getting like really busy. Like, work started getting in the way a little bit more. You know, we had a bunch of other obligations that we had to take care of and everything like that. And then eventually we just kind of like stopped doing it, unfortunately. I'd love to do it again, like, but I mean, last time I tried to get in touch with Ryan, I didn't have his number. So wherever he is, man, I hope he's doing well, and I wonder if he still wants to do an R&R in the car episode too. Ryan, if you're listening to this, I'm open. Listen, my fucking schedule's open, my friend. Whenever you're ready, we can throw another one up on Wednesday if you want to. But yeah, that's where I met Ryan. That's how we did. You know, that's the birthplace of R&R in the car. Basically, it was Famous Days. That place closed down, actually. So, well, I mean, all good things must come to an end, I guess. But I mean, let's be honest here, man. That place was, I mean, if you've worked there, okay, if you worked at that Famous Days, and that Famous Days in particular, you would completely understand why that place closed down. Because it was, oh man, that place was, that place was kind of, oh boy. My dad went there a couple times. It was kind of fun, actually. It was just a nice surprise every now and again. Be like, oh, hey, my dad's here. And every now and again, like, I just thought it would be funny. Like, because if I didn't say anything about it, I would just be in the kitchen, or I'd just be at the host stand, and like, the servers would come up to me and be like, is that your dad? And I'd be like, yeah. Oh my God. I mean, he was really nice, you know, and he was obviously a very upstanding gentleman, so you know what I mean. So shouts out to him. But yeah, then I worked at Famous Dave's. Then I tried to work at Red Lobster. Then I tried to work at the Green Turtle. Like, I tried to work my way down the strip. I also applied to Olive Garden a few times. Then I worked at Boscov's, and oh boy, that was fucking man. I mean, I give credit to Famous Days for teaching me how to deal with unruly customers, because the amount of people that came in and were just so, like, fucking weird. I remember this one time I was working at Boss House, and it was the late shift, okay? And store closed at 9. One customer came in, a regular customer, unfortunately. You ever have those customers that always come in and always cause a problem? She was one of them, okay? She came in. I'm not doing well with this anonymity thing, but she came in, and she wanted to, she always fucking came in, and she would always buy, like, 50 of one thing. Every goddamn time, we would always restock our shelves with, like, an assortment of things, and it was always just a big abundance of, like, one product. She would always come in and just buy all of them, and it was just so annoying, because and, like, oh my god, there was one time where oh my lord, there was one time she came in, and I had to ring up the product, and it was like 50 of them. I'm not making this up if I fucking tried. It was 50 of them, and I finally rung all of them up, and I forget what happened, but she was basically like, oh, don't forget my discount for all of them. And the thing about the Boss House that I worked at, right, was that I'm not joking, we had cash registers that were like fucking 40 years old. Okay, like these shits were like super fucking old. And they only cost like 3 cents, and that's the reason why that's the reason why we still had them. Because they were the cheapest fucking registers you could get. So we didn't have any card readers, we didn't have any fucking, like, any Apple Pay or any, like, fucking shit like that. We just had some old-ass, dusty, dumb, stupid, useless register, okay, that you just had to fucking manually use, okay? So imagine having to completely, like, do away with the whole transaction and do it all over again and have to individually discount each of the items. And meanwhile, she just watched the whole time with a stone cold face of like, I don't fucking care how long you've been working here. I don't care how many products I've decided to make you ring up. And I don't care how long it's going to take you. You're ringing all of these products up and I'm leaving with them and I'm going to be satisfied and you're not, and fuck you. And if I could, I'd flip you off. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like for a lot of the customers who walked in there, man. Like, a lot of the customers just didn't give half a shit about how you felt, about how they were treating you, and how they were acting. Like, most customers who came in just wanted to hear themselves fucking talk. There was this one lady who I swear to God had a bipolar disorder, man. Because she would just come in, and she would just be fine. Like, everything would be okay, bringing out the products and everything like that. And, like, one little thing would be off, and she would just fucking blow up. She would just get so fucking angry about it. And it would just be like, and I knew... And it wasn't like one of those like, oh, I'm so sorry. It was just one of those like, why are you getting so upset about this? It's not even that big of a deal. Like, calm down. Like, relax. It's fine. I can just do this again, or you just have to go to another register or something. Like, it's fine. It's not even nothing to worry about. Why are you getting so angry? Like, that's what she was like. And it just fucking baffled me, because it was just like, I've never seen someone just get so mad so quickly before. That is the weirdest thing in the world to me. But yeah, she would just get so angry. Like, like some of the purchases she would make, she would come in and be like, oh, I don't have a receipt for this product, I want to return. Meanwhile, listen, can I just say, customers who already come in angry, fuck you, all right? Fuck off. Like, I didn't do anything to you. I don't know why you're getting mad at me. I did absolutely nothing. Why are you looking at me with a fucking dead eye, like the fucking death stare, like I walked up to you and said, hey, have a shitty day, and then just use my fucking juju powers and just made your day turn to garbage? Like, I didn't do anything. You're getting mad at me for no reason. So they would just come in with a fucking attitude, and then they would get an attitude at you for no reason, and you just be like, "Ma'am, I literally just walked in. Like, you see me putting my keys down into the little area where I have to set my things down. Like, let me get my bearings first. I need to figure out what's going on here." And you're just fucking screaming, I purchased this product like a week ago, and I want a new product. This product doesn't fit or anything like that. It was just like, and of course you don't have a receipt, right? Let me see the receipt. You don't have one? Of course you fucking don't. But sure, let me just fucking pull the receipt that you need out my fucking asshole and just ring it up so that this transaction can go a little bit smoother. Because I already know you're not going to be like, oh, I already know that this is probably going to be a little bit difficult, so I apologize in advance. Shouts out to the customers who apologize in advance, by the way. I mean, whenever the customers are like, listen, I'm sorry this is a hassle, I would instantaneously be like, you're totally fine. You're automatically cool in my book, pal. I like you. But if you're just like, hurry up, or is there somebody else who can help me, or, shit like that, it's like, fuck off. Just fuck off. Like, if you're going to be like that, don't come out. Don't shop. Just don't be a person. Be a rock. Be a bird. Be a fucking lamppost. Don't be a human being, go into stores and treat people like that. It's fucking mean. But, that's neither here nor there. So I worked at Boscov's. I only worked at Boscov's for 6 months. I almost fucking got in trouble. I can complain about bad customers, but I can't say what I was about to say. Listen, Boscov's was a... shouts out to the people who worked at Boscov's, because oh my god almighty, man, that was a difficult place to work at, man. Jeez Louise, man. Some of these customers just don't like being wrong. Some of the customers just can't. I had this one old dude come in and pull out a fucking newspaper and say, hey, I've got a coupon for this product, and the coupon was for a completely different store. And I was like, yeah, no, old timer, I'm sorry, but no. And he was just like, well, isn't it the same? And I was like, well, no. I mean, yeah, the coupon is the same, technically speaking, but that's for a get out. And I forget what I did, but I like finessed him. I said something. I was like, yeah, something register's not working or some shit like that. I was like, just go figure it out somewhere else, basically. And it was just like, all right. And I was just like, that was fucking weird. But yeah, I worked at Boscov's for a time, and that was fucking wild. And then I worked, and then I didn't work. Oh no, that's not true. I worked at a hospital. I worked in the kitchen, or the meal prep area, basically. And that was, I don't want to say, it wasn't like a different job, but it was definitely my highest paying job. I'll definitely say that. And I got that job through a temp agency. So shouts out to the temp agency that got me that job. And I worked there for like literally a month. And then the contract ended, they were just like, yeah, get out. I was just like, no, all right, well, okay. Oh my Lord. What was annoying was that, like, I was always doing something that they were always happy with. Like, I was always like, I was learning really quickly. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, they're in the wrong. No, I'm telling you what I was doing. I was learning really quickly. I was doing my best. I'm not going to lie. Listen, I will be the first to admit, yeah, I showed up late, like a couple times. In my defense, though, if I can put up a defense, I thought there was a grace period. Okay, even though they did say, hey, we take lateness very seriously, don't be late. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, oh, I have to be here at 3, but it's 3:05. I was like, all right, that's fine. They probably got like a 5-minute grace period. It's totally fine. Because, like, literally everywhere else that I worked had a grace period except for this place. So I was like, I know they're strict on, like, lateness and stuff like that, but I wonder if the grace period still applies. But obviously not. So, now I'm here. Now we're in the present day. Now I'm off at Panera Bread, so working there now, and now I'm doing my thing there. So, man, work is now I know for a fact I'm gonna have to get used to working with that, because for a while it took me a little bit to get used to the schedule over at the hospital that I worked at. So now I have to get used to this schedule, but I have no idea how the schedule is going to be, because I'm going to be a delivery driver, so I don't know but I'm also going to be working in the store too, so who knows? I mean, I have no idea, to be fairly honest with you. So yeah, that's work. Hopefully, I don't do anything stupid here, you know what I mean? I'm obviously gonna do my best to, adapt to the schedule and stuff like that. And, I'm gonna work as hard as I possibly can, to be honest. So, in regards to work, right, one thing that I also wanted to talk about was sleep. Sleep was another thing that I wanted to talk about, because that is one thing that is, like, probably one of the most crucial things that you could ever fucking obtain in your entire goddamn life. Because, oh my Lord, it is so essential. I love sleep so much. This past month, I've just been looking forward to going to sleep. And I know that doesn't even sound weird to me. And even if it is weird to some of you, I don't care. Like, I love sleeping. Sleeping is so relaxing. It's so, like, it's just, like, the feeling of getting ready to go to sleep. Like, because I know, like, I remember, because, like, whenever I'd have, like, opening shifts and stuff like that, even if I had work in general, every time I would lay down, whenever I was, like, tired, I'd be like, man, I know I have to get up in the morning, but right now, this feels amazing. And I would just pass out. And then I would just wake up and feel like death. Like, today, I don't know what happened today, but I got up and my brain was just like, wake, shower, food, record. And that's all I did. Now, for some of you, that's like, oh, that just sounds like me. No. My brain, I didn't even fucking, like, put two and two together. My brain was just like, do all of this now. And I was like, wait, hold on, where I gotta fucking... I'm not even making this up. That's how I was. Like, oh my lord, man. I was bumping into things. I was like dropping stuff. Like, I was doing things out of order. Like, oh my lord. It was so fucking weird. I walked all the way out, like, because I'm in the basement right now, and the bathroom's upstairs. Well, the bathroom with the shower's upstairs. And I went up there and, like, meanwhile, right, I brushed my teeth and, a shower came out. And as I came out, I realized I didn't have a towel. And I was just like, fuck, man, like, what the fuck's happening today? Like, what is going on? What else did I do when I got out? Oh, yeah, like, I literally, like, I fucking, like, stumbled into the bathroom, like, bumped into shit. I, like, dropped the toilet seat, man. It was just such a weird time. Like, I didn't even know what the hell was going on. Like, it wasn't until, like, I fucking drove my ass to Dunkin' Donuts to grab myself, like, some fucking breakfast to where I was like, all right, now I'm okay. Because that's another thing, because I just laid there. Like, I was like, I want to, like, record, but I was like, I'm not recording in this mental state. This is the worst. My recording is going to be fucking awful if I do that. So, I obviously waited until 8 and everything, but man, bro, I fucking, like, love sleeping. Like, it's amazing. Like, I've got a futon right now. For some strange reason, I don't know. I think it's just because it's not the bed that I used to have. I hated my old bed. Like, I really did not like my old bed. Like, it was the worst. And I hated the bed frame. I hated the fact that, like, the boards underneath were, like, broken and uneven. And every now and again, the fucking middle of the bed would cave in. And I'd have to lift the whole goddamn thing up. I'm like, man. The mattress was just fucked. Like, I just hated the whole thing. Now, I've got a nice comfy futon. You know what I mean? And it's very sizable. Luckily, I'm not a fucking giant, so I can sleep on this thing pretty nicely. And, my back doesn't hurt. My legs aren't feeling any, weird way because I'm not, like, scrunching myself in, like, a corner or anything like that. It's nice. I enjoy it. It's great. You know what I mean? And it adds up to a really, wonderful sleep that I have. And I remember for a time, I remember around Christmas time, my mom got me a weighted blanket. And it was probably, like, one of the best gifts no, that's not true. Sorry, Mom. She's like, what? No, but I really did like that weighted blanket, but then my stepdad got me a VR headset, and I was like, wowee, this is brilliant. But yeah, I love that weighted blanket. I'd still use it if it wasn't so fucking hot. But yeah, because I used the weighted blanket for a little bit, and every now and again, for 3 consecutive days, Jesus Christ, I would just wake up in just a pool of sweat. Like, it was the worst. And I'm one of those people that when he goes to sleep, or when I go to sleep, right, I cover myself in the blanket. Like, I don't do, like, the blanket up to my neck, the blanket up to my waist, or anything like that. I don't do, like, the little one leg out, one arm out, because I'm not letting any fucking demons grab me. Thank you very much. I'm not getting dragged under my bed. No, thank you. Okay? That's not happening. So, I would be that type of person who would turn into a fucking burrito before I went to bed. And can you imagine being in a fucking burrito in a weighted blanket in, like, a room temperature room while you're asleep? You wake up and you're just like, like, it is just the worst. Like, you're so fucking hot. Like, you can just feel the sweat you can feel yourself just caked in sweat. It's the worst. And I would just fucking, like, scramble to the shower and just be like, get this. I hate it. But, yeah, so I was like, yeah, no more weighted blanket for now. No, thank you. Or I'm going to wait until it gets, like, really cold. Man, I can't fucking wait until it gets cold. Oh, my God. I fucking love winter. Anyway, Oh, that's a good topic. Never mind. Sorry. But, yeah. Sleep. It's not for the weak. I love sleep. Holy moly. I've, been giving myself a bedtime. Also, I've been waking up early now. I fucking love waking up early, man, because I really like being productive. I really like doing a lot of different things in the morning and stuff like that. I love waking up and making breakfast for myself, taking a shower. Like I said in the beginning of the episode, I got myself a Bluetooth speaker. I love listening to podcasts still while I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? I love, editing or, writing or something like that and having that in the background, especially in the morning. Just something to start my morning off right. And me doing that helps way more than I think it does. I'm going to say this now. I really don't think I know how much this shit actually does help. You know what I'm saying? This shit is amazing. So, sleep is so goddamn essential. I love sleep. And for those of you out there who just, are trying to get way more sleep, but you can't, I don't know. I feel your pain. You know what? No, I feel your pain. Because I definitely was in that boat. Because when I used to work at TGI Fridays, like I said, I wouldn't get off until 1 in the morning. And the horrible thing about me is I have insomnia. So I would get home at 1 a.m. and I wouldn't go to bed until sorry, I thought I just heard, that was weird. But I wouldn't get home until 1 a.m. And then I wouldn't fall asleep until 4 a.m. And then I had to take my little brother to high school at 7 in the morning. And also myself. So, oh my lord, man. No, for the first year, I had to take me and him to high school. And then when I was still working at TGI Fridays, when I was still working at TGI Fridays, I had to still drive him to school. So my sleep schedule, I had to fucking take so many sleeping pills, man. I forgot I used to take sleeping pills. Shouts out to people who used to take sleeping pills, man. Holy moly. Because those shits, listen, I will say this. They came in a lot of handy way back when, but they're not really something that you should really rely on. You know what I'm saying? I think you should really work on actually being able to fall asleep naturally. Because now, I don't even need them anymore. Which is fucking, thank God I don't. You know what I mean? Because at one point, I was genuinely worried it was fucking up my health. My mental health. I thought that I was going to start, getting some, side effects or something like that, or this was going to start weakening my memory or something like that. I genuinely looked up if I was going to get dementia from this. I was actually worried about it. But I mean, I was obviously taking the pills. God almighty, I was not taking Benadryl. I was not taking Z-Quil because I'm not stupid. I was actually taking the good sleeping pills, the ones that are prescribed to not knock you out, but sort of just make you want to go to sleep. Not put you to sleep, because Benadryl makes you feel like someone just fucking chloroformed you. Because I remember when I was younger and I took Benadryl for my allergies, and I was just oh my fucking God, what the fuck is this? What is going? I want to go to bed, but I'm not. Oh my God, someone kill me. It was the worst. I hated it. But yeah. Oh my lord, boys, I love sleep. Sleep is so goddamn essential, man. Holy mackerel. Don't knock sleep, man. It is so good. Do what you can to get off sleeping pills, man. Do what you can. Whatever, do what I do. Watch ASMR. Unless you're not a fan of people doing shit in your ears. So, if you're not cool with that, do what I do and just listen to white noise. That shit puts me out, okay? Car rides, air conditioners, fans, that shit, I'm out like a light, okay? And if anything, that's basically what's helped me. That's my new method of sleeping pills right now. So, yeah, sleep is definitely a very essential thing, man. And I really hope, and I don't want anybody to be it's all right, I'm okay. No, believe me when I tell you. Oh my God, man. Sleep does wonders for your mental health. So you know what I'm saying. Check up on yourself. Make sure you're doing all right. Okay, I care about you. Last thing I wanted to talk about, okay, is I want to end this off with a question. All right, but I was about to say, but not for you. Wow, selfish. Okay, but so I want to end off the segment. Wow, I want to end off the episode with a final question, all right? If you could put wings on any species of animal, what animal would you choose? Now, my first thought is I want to put wings on an animal that would just be just weird to see fly. You know what I mean? Like an animal that you wouldn't expect to fly. Gazelles? I feel like, you know how fast those motherfuckers run? I feel like those motherfuckers would be like bullets when they fly. I feel like they would be like some sort of like aerodynamic wizards in the skies or some shit. Like, that'd be amazing. I'd also kind of want to see elephants fly, zebras fly, giraffes fly, hippos fly. You know what I mean? Just an animal that just is not supposed to fly, like a bee. But we're not going to get into that. But, yeah, like, that would just, can you imagine can I just say, can you imagine just, like, having, like, a regular outing one day, and just, like, walking into a park? Can you imagine if dogs could fly? No, that would just be more annoying. It would be annoying, but, like, can you imagine, like, a dog, like, you know, whenever you catch a dog with something in its mouth that you know it's not supposed to have in its mouth, and you're just like, what's that? What's that in your mouth? No, take it out of your mouth right now. And then you go and you try and get it and they run off. Can you imagine those fuckers flew away? What the hell would you do at that point? You'd be like, well, fuck it. Now I gotta wait for him to come back now. God damn it. And he knows that you want the thing in his mouth. So, like, he's gonna do the thing where he's gonna, like, hover a little bit and, like, start slowly flying a little bit closer and, like, touch down a little bit. And then you, like, turn around and, like, start walking a little bit closer, and he, like, steps away, and, like, his wings will, like, come out, and they'll start flapping. He's like, I know what you're about to do, fucker. You're not getting this from me. So, yeah, I like to see dogs fly. Hamsters? How would they work? Would it be like a hummingbird situation? Like, what type of wings are we talking about here? Would it be like hummingbirds? Would it be like, bzz, like, would they be buzzing or something like that? You know what I mean? Or would it be like, whoosh, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Well, why the fuck would the hummingbird wings go on an elephant? Shut up, Ed. Jesus Christ. Ay. But yeah, what animal would I choose? It would definitely, I don't know. I'd like to see an unconventional animal fly. I want to see an elephant fly or something like that. I think that would be good. So that's my final answer, Regis. Elephants flying. Oh boy. All right. Well, on that note, that's going to do it for this episode of Sunday Thoughts, boys. Hopefully you all enjoyed this episode, because I certainly enjoyed making it. If you want to catch more content like this, be sure to like the video and subscribe, and I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one.